Hello, it's me, Romie. So I'm here to do a review for Love and Hip Hop New York Season 6, Episode 1. And I kind of did a comical rant video, so look out for that as well. I did it, and it was because I was like, where's Cardi D? Or however you pronounce her name, Cardi D. Cardi B, sorry. I'm like, this whole episode, that's what I was waiting for because that is going to be a moment in TV history that I don't want to miss. And so it didn't happen, but oh well. So I was inspired by Joe Budden, so I had to bring out the, you know, the gray and white and studded vest, jean jacket vest. So anyway, let's get into this review. All right, so we start off the show with Yandy and Mendices, and they're all in love and yada yada. And it's like, all right, Mendices is having legal issues, which I feel like he's always had legal issues ever since he's been on the show. So that's nothing new. And Yandy's in La La Land. So we move on from that. Now we go on to Remy Ma and Papoose. Remy Ma was killing it in the club. She was killing it in the club. Put your right hand up, put your left hand up. Well, that was my left hand. To you guys, it looks like the right, so I can get away with that. Or at least to me, it is. But yeah, you remember that song. And so she was killing it. Her performance was hot. So after she was done with the performance, she went and talked with Ra. You know, Rashida. You know, it's $1,000 a bundle. That one. Her name's Ra now because she's stepped back into the music industry as a manager. Okay. So anyway, they're talking, and what ends up happening is Papoose is like, I love my wife, and I don't want her to go back to jail because she stayed out too late. So he's like, we gotta go. Now. Now. So that was that. And then this is where the foolery of Love and Hip Hop at its finest comes in. We have Tara and Peter Guns on, was that a blow up mattress or something? Look, I didn't care about the fact that she was still having sex with Peter or in a relationship with Peter. I was mad at the fact that they were on an empty apartment floor with this blowout mattress or whatever it was, and you really willingly put that on TV. Why? Why? Who told you that was? But I have to give it up to Peter Guns. The fact that he was able to convince both of his baby mamas to live in the same apartment complex because it would be easier for him and for the kids. Bravo. Bravo. And they believed it. Anyway, so we move on from that. So he leaves Tara's apartment to go meet Amina. And Amina's doing her usual. And that transition, though, was amazing because I knew as soon as he opened that door, Amina was going to be on the other side. And she was. She was. And she's like, I'm only doing this for our daughter. I think they have a girl, baby girl. And I'm just like, okay, whatever you need to tell yourself to sleep at night alone. Just remember that part, alone. Yeah. So, same old, same old. So we go to Yandy. Yandy is getting back to business because, her and Mendices are trying to get a house. Side note, what happened to the house that they had before? That's what I'm trying to figure out because don't you guys remember a couple of seasons ago he proposed to her in the house or something? I was watching uh Sweet Addictions TV Candy review, and that's why when I was watching the show yesterday, something seemed really off. And now I know why. Now I know why. Oh god, I guess the house, went away once he did the first time or came back out. I don't know how that stuff works. No, I don't plan to ever know how that stuff works. And anyway, so we meet Young B, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. See, those are one of the songs that in the mid 2000s, mid to late 2000s, I really tried to pretend like, oh yeah, no, I don't like stuff like that. Da, da, da. And then, once everyone would leave, I would close my door and turn on the music video, be like, chicken noodle soup. That was a staple. That was a staple. But anyway, young B, who I guess she's calling herself Bianca now, she's trying to get back out there. And what happened was her brother died a year before her song popped off, and she was never able to really rebound from that because her brother was the one who pushed her. And so, pushed her to be great, to be daring, do all that stuff. So once he disappeared, things got really hard for her. So she's gonna work with Yandy because DJ Self has this, all female cipher, and so with that, they're gonna go and test the waters. So then we move on from that. Where is my like this camera work? You move on from that, and we have we have BBOD. Bad bitches on deck. Bum bitches on deck. There we go. There we go. That's their new name. But no, really, I don't know which one's which one. I just know one's really rah rah, and one looks like she could actually have a career if the other one wasn't so rah rah. And they're working with Raw. Speaking of Raw, they're working with Raw. Rashida, $1,000 a bundle. Yeah, and so, because, like I said before, she's on her music mogul stuff, and she's like, all right, we're working together, and this and that, and I didn't really care that much about that part. So we get back to Romie Ma and Papoose. They talk about their personal issues in general, and you can tell this is an actual grown relationship because they're not with the whole just arguing to bicker. They have arguments slash discussions, and it's productive. It's really refreshing to see on TV. It really is. Now we really get introduced to DJ Self, Power 105.1's DJ Self. And I didn't know much about him. I didn't even know what he looked like beforehand. So it was like, okay, felt like a new person. I would always hear him because I watched I listened to the Breakfast Club. And so I know Charlemagne always brings him up, and DJ Envy as well. So I could tell that DJ Self was being an extra dramatic version of himself. He was not being himself. He was being the alter ego that he wanted to be. He clearly is trying to audition for the Creep Squad. But we have Mariah Lynn. The only thing I'm going to say about her is I like the song. I like the beat. I don't remember what she was saying. I don't care. I like the beat. But that's really all that matters nowadays, so it could be a hit. And then you switch over to Rich and uh, what's her name? Mariah Lynn. And Rich was, I appreciated his commentary, but it did come off kind of weird from him at least, because it was like he was essentially saying how, oh, I met the girl in the past and she wasn't doing much or doing very well, and I see nothing's changed. And I was like, oh, oh, oh. It just seemed a little random, but whatever. So, all the ladies are now at the cypher. Mariah Lynn goes, and it was something. BBOD. Bum bitches on deck went, and it was okay. It was okay. Again, I don't know who's who, but I feel like one did better than the other. And then you had uh who'd you have? You had Bianca slash Young B. Now she killed it. I was like, okay, I could actually see her on the record. I could see, yeah, she's official. So, but then it got ratchety real fast when one of the members of BBOD, that's what I'm calling them, BBOD, wanted to act a fool and be like, oh, you went and did this, you went and did that before. Now what's good? You was a bum, you was a hood rat, and you'll always be that. It's like, okay. Okay. Unfortunately, Bianca fell for it partially. And I'm thinking to myself, you're really gonna go and let someone who apparently has money, so she doesn't care if this really pops off or not, she can do whatever she wants. You're gonna let someone like her mess up your money and your opportunity? It was a wrap after that. And then we have Remy Ma and Papoose. He takes her to this castle. See, he issues on every man out there with him taking his wife to the castle and professing his love again and then proposing, because she was like, I'll give you a kid as long as we get married first. Officially. Well, they were official, but, with the wedding, her of the dress, and friends and family all there. And so he did it right. He definitely did it right. He's showing a lot of men out there how you should do and how you should treat your woman. And the last part of this episode was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Yandy. Yeah, Yandy and Mendices talking, and Yandy having to face the reality, or still being in denial about the fact that Mendices, he's going to be going away for at least 5 to possibly 20 years. And he's like, you have to accept it. And she's like, no, 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 no. It's like, Yandy, I know you'll wait around, but yeah. So anyway, and because we know how that all turns out later on. So anyway, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Do you think, well, before all that, I was pissed because the star of the show didn't show up yet, and you all know what I'm talking about. CB wasn't there. And I'm still upset about that. I feel very hoodwinked. They could have extended the show an extra 30 minutes or so that we could get introduced to the star. But alright, this first episode back was cool. It was cool. For now. Next week's gonna be fire. I can't wait for next week. That's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be TV gold again. It's gonna be like when we first discovered Jocelyn Hernandez, Erica Mena. It's gonna be something. Brandy, Whitney Houston's goddaughter. So yeah, again, let me know what you think. Who do you think's gonna be your favorite character? Who do you think you're not gonna like so much? Uh, do you like where the show is heading? Do you believe anything you're seeing? Did you like my review? Did you like this Joe Button inspired jeans vest with studs on it? So yeah, thank you.